Hello, hope you've been happy, healthy, and safe. Today we are going to do a pick your card reading. Okay, so usually how I do it is I do three piles. I only call them pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So go ahead to the timestamps below and pick which pile you are drawn to. So usually I have a favorite number that I'm always drawn to, but trust your intuition. Okay, so we will get right into it. We'll clear the energies first, starting with pile 1. So pile 1, this is your reading. I call in my angels, spirit guides, the angel spirit guides of anyone who wishes to communicate with the collective today to bring messages that they need to hear. Okay, connecting with pile 1. Let's get right into it here. We'll start with these guys. All right. Hopefully everything is well. You're happy and warm. I know the weather's changing. I've noticed lately people who've been on edge, like go out in public and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, people are acting strange. Anyway, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just noticed. Anyway, if that's happening to you and you're like, what the heck, just don't worry about it. Just keep your vibrations high and yeah, go from there. Don't let people affect you. Don't take on other people's crap, basically. That's a message for, obviously, pile 1. Okay, so let's see what you got here. For the pick a pile. Okay, so basically, we're going to delve into the current situation that you're dealing with right now. We're gonna get clarifiers of who might be affecting your situation or just what's affecting your situation. Could be people, could be feelings, emotions, things like that. Then we are going to get some advice on how to move forward. So spirit, I will call in some spirit advice of how you can move past the situation, what you must do, things like that. And then we will get also advice from spirit, just a general message, and a surrender card, what you need to surrender in your situation that will help you move forward. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, your first card that you got is awareness. Second card you got is triumph. And the third card you got is the base chakra. Okay, so I will pull just some more information, some more clarifiers here, just to give me some more. I'm starting to have an idea of what's going on, but dig deeper. Okay. Okay, so situation right now is your awareness. There is an awareness right now of success and growth for you, coming forward for you. Okay, now there's new beginnings here. Feels like your crown is starting to open. Situations, things are becoming clear. You're getting downloads from spirit, things like that. This is creating success and growth for you. I'm feeling like you're not seeing it right now. Okay. But moving forward, you will be triumphant after you make a decision about something. So there's something right now in your situations, in your surroundings, that just you have to make a decision about. Okay. And that will bring you a new vitality. Okay. And the blue, because these basically represent your chakra system. Okay. And he's blowing on the blue. So there's something within your communication that needs to be worked on before you have this triumphant success. Okay. We'll dig a little deeper to see what that is, but for now. Okay, and then moving more into your distant future, it feels kind of like you need to work on grounding yourself. You need to work on your structures, your foundations, basically the base chakra coming through. So this feels like this is maybe something that's coming up for you that you need to be aware of, that these foundation structures, things like that, might be affected if you don't deal with them, the communication right now, because there is new beginnings. You got 3 ones, so they're all connected. So there's an awareness about communications that is leading to this. Okay. However, if you make a decision about these communications, it feels like it's gonna change everything. Okay. You also have the feeling alone with change card. Okay, so I feel like after you work on this, because I feel like in your current situation or circumstance, you feel alone right now. Okay. Yeah, and it feels like it's due to communication. But I feel like you are going through a journey to find yourself. So this feeling of being alone, it'll be actually, if you make a decision to communicate correctly, communicate from the heart, you're gonna move past this situation of feeling alone. And it feels like whoever I'm connecting to has a real hard time. Like, if you can see in this card, there's mountains. Mountains represent blocks. It's dark, so a lot of things aren't illuminated. They're confused, maybe. She's got a cross. She's standing on a big rock, which means things are kind of hard, cold. Maybe hard decisions have to be made. But if you can see, she's holding a little lantern. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. She's holding, and within this lantern, there is the power to illuminate the passions. Okay? And she's looking at this little house off in the distance, right? Which has a little light on. So there's something within that house, and the house to me in this case is representing her inner house. There's something that this individual, doesn't have to be a woman, just in this picture it is, that there's something that needs to be illuminated, and it's surrounding communication. Yeah. So it's something needing to be healed surrounding communication and making a triumphant decision to move forward. Okay. And how she gets across this river is totally within her power, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get just a little bit more here. Okay, tell me more about what needs to be fixed in communication that will lead to the growth and success and help you move past feeling alone. Let's see what it is here. Okay. The anomaly card, you got the anomaly. So if you can see in this card, this bird is an anomaly, and basically it's a white raven surrounded by a bunch of black ravens. So meaning it's different, it stands out, it's white, it's pure, it's innocent, but it's also focused on because it is different. So the communication, so I'm feeling like part of the problem is that you feel different. You are different. But what Spirit is trying to come across saying is you need to embrace, if you can see the moon in this picture, same color as the bird in this picture, you need to embrace that way you communicate, change that way, to embrace it more. Embrace it more. Excuse me. Yeah. Basically embrace that different side of you. Okay, you got the 2. There is partnerships here. I'm feeling there is going to be someone who how do I say that? Who appreciates the anomaly that you are. Okay, so remember to speak from the heart. It feels like in the past, maybe you figured success and growth wouldn't happen if you didn't express yourself in a genuine way, if you just kind of expressed yourself how everybody else wants you to be, how they want you to express. Okay, but I feel like I feel like whoever I'm connecting to, they're very honest. Their communication style does their Spirit kind of pointing out that there is like a little bit of coldness, a little bit of very blunt. I'm feeling whoever I'm connecting to, it's cold, blunt, but it's also very passionate. It's very powerful. So your words, although they may come across cold and harsh to some, The reason why is because the words that you speak are actually triggering to those people that need to be triggered. Okay? And so it feels like you tend to not say a lot of the things that you want to say for fear of rocking the boat or creating waves. You can see in this picture there's no waves. It's very still. It's a still night. It's peaceful. It's just like keeping the peace. I'm just going to keep the peace. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to cross this river and get to that house. Get to that inner house. And it feels like you've done this within yourself and you're moving towards helping others, as it feels like. But you have to move past being different. You have to move past the feeling that you are alone, because it feels like, even though whoever I'm connecting to, you are alone, however, you're not alone. Because it feels like you're connecting to people maybe on social media or something that are really resonating with what you are saying. So the words, the communication that you're bringing forth is actually helping people. So even though they may not show it or whatever, it's helping. Okay? So just keep being that anomaly. Okay? Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Just a few other things. Okay, how else are you feeling here? Or what else can you do to move past this? Okay, so the feeling, it does feel like you are overwhelmed a little bit. Overwhelmed by the people around you, by situations happening, your circumstances. All this is becoming overwhelming to you. And so you're finding it hard to step outside the box and continue on your path. You feel unappreciated. Although you have the people are looking up to you, you feel like what you're doing, because there's no okay, so I'll just take an example from my own. This is how I can translate this for you. Okay, so let's say you are working on a project. Let's say it's a creative project for just an extracurricular that you are doing. And maybe it's a bunch of people, maybe you've worked with them before or collaborated with them before, or you haven't. It doesn't really matter. But you are putting your ideas forth, you're bringing forth new ideas, and that sort of thing. However, the people in your group, they're actually not giving you any feedback. Like none. Like no feedback. So you don't understand, do they like my ideas? Do they not like my ideas? I don't know where I'm going here. Like, should I keep doing what I do? Should I stop doing what I do? And then you're met with negative feedback. So then you do get feedback, but the feedback you're getting is negative. So it makes you feel unappreciated, like what you're doing isn't helping you, isn't helping anyone. However, for that one person that gives you the negative feedback, there's the 10 people around them that are actually impressed. But maybe because of their own insecurities, or it's kind of like a feeling of they don't want you to be better than them. So, yeah, this is weird. They don't want you to be better than them. Like, there's a little bit of jealousy of, like, if they succeed, then I won't. Kind of animosity towards you because maybe you're doing better than they are, or but you don't actually see it within yourself, so it makes you feel like you're unappreciated, you're unworthy, things like that. However, you're actually quite the opposite, but you're just not recognizing that. Okay. The time card coming through. Give yourself time here. Time for your communications to really sink in, because it feels like maybe you're speaking from the heart, but because other people don't have the ability to do that deep inner healing and inner recognition. Like they're not on the same level as you. Like, you're up here and they're way down here because they can't get outside of their ego mind. And ego mind is like, it's like the material, it's like the I want mind. It's not like the I am mind, it's like the I want. I'm better than. They can't be better than me. Or I'll fail. However, it's important to understand and to recognize that we are each individual. We are all unique. We all have our own talents, our own abilities. We need to recognize that somebody else, we might want that talent or that ability, but somebody else might be better. But you might be better at something else they suck at. So don't get yourself down because people are jealous or lower or in their ego mind. Just note that that's where they are on their journey right now. So it doesn't mean that, maybe after a few lessons or healing or whatever, that they won't get to the same level you are. So the message here that Spirit wants to say is, in order to move past your current challenges, you need to remain compassionate and have that love for yourself, and set boundaries with other people. So if they come at you trying to make you feel down or not worthy, or they're jealous of what you are saying, or they think, oh, well, you should, well, just for an example, let's say you're in the spiritual community, and okay, this is a good one because this one comes up a lot. Okay, let's say you don't charge or ask for anything for what you do, whatever service you do. Maybe there's circumstances where you're in a situation where you don't need to, or you don't feel it's necessary, or you want to just give back. But other people in that same industry are upset by this because they're like, how dare you? How dare you? This is, I have to make a living off this, and you're taking my time, my clients, my money. You're taking, you know, but what they don't truly understand is like people are drawn to certain people for a reason. So let's say somebody can't afford a reading. Maybe they can't afford it. So spirit draws them to people that don't want anything. They just give readings just because they want to help people. They want to heal people. Why would you be jealous of that? Why would you have hate towards that? Why would you want to stop that? Because there are other people that will be drawn to you because they need your messages and they have the money to pay for those messages. Do you see? It's a universal thing. It's how the universe works. So this idea to be angry or jealous or ego or whatever about something, Spirit is saying step outside yourself and have a bigger perspective of what it is. And there's enough for everybody. So if you're driven by greed or something like that, that's not going to help you on your path. That's only going to set you back. Understand that. Okay? So that's kind of what... Is that all you want to say? Okay, let's get some... I feel like that's... They want to leave it there, yeah. Okay, let's get some surrender cards first, and then we'll get a message from the universe. Okay, what do you need to surrender? Okay, this reading went longer than I expected for pile 1. Okay, so you are to surrender your desire to control people. Because whoever I'm connecting to, it feels like you want to control situations, you want to control people, and yeah, I can't make this stuff up, right? We just talked about the ego mind, so this is why I was channeling this. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Yeah, so don't try to control people, right? Like, just let them be. If there's messages that Spirit brings forth, then give those messages. Don't feel like you have to hold it in. And if they want the message, they'll absorb the message. If they don't want it, then they can whatever, right? But at the same time, I do feel like I'm communicating with someone who's maybe a healer or something like that. So your spirit guide. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's pile 1. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's move on to pile 2. I just need to clear some stuff, and then we'll move on to pile 2. Okay, thank you, pile 1, and guardian angel. Guide, thank you very much for your messages. Okay, let's move on to pile 2. Let's use the same decks. We're gonna use the same decks. Well, sort of the same decks. Same starter deck anyway. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, let's clear the energies from pile 1, because I want to connect to somebody else. Okay, call in pile 2 spirit guides, please. Pile 2 spirit guides. Please give them a message they need to hear at this time. Alright. And there we go. Okay. Alright. Oh. Alright. Okay, we have okay, my singles crowd. This is who this is a love reading. I can feel it already. Okay. Let me get some clarifiers. Oh, yes it is. Okay, I can't make... Okay, so you got this card, and then you got this card in the same row. Like, crazy. Okay, anyway. Alright, so with that, then I'll use these as my clarifiers. Yeah, pile 2. What do you got going on? I got nothing going on, so. But yay for you. Okay, let's see. Because it looks good. It looks good. Okay. Oh yeah, it looks good. Huh. Okay. Let's get this. I feel really excited for you. I do. I feel excited. This is better. This is better than the last read, for sure. Well, I mean, the last read was good. There's nothing bad about the last read. It just wasn't as exciting. It didn't feel as exciting, I should say. Okay. 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 So, situation. Right now, you are putting an end to solitude. To being alone, to, yeah, just to be alone. It feels like you did a lot of self-reflecting here, a lot of healing, that sort of thing. So now you're in this space where you're getting ready to move forward, okay? And then you have, again, because the shadow, right? You've dealt with your shadow side. You're ready for new beginnings, and you're ready for this forever new beginning, okay? Following that, you got the Love Begins card, okay? So I do feel like very soon, either now or very soon, yeah, something is coming in for you, for sure, okay? But when this does, there's going to be a need for you to breathe, to, it feels like it's coming in pretty fast. It's exciting. It's, but it's also scary, and it's also overwhelming, and yeah, there's a need, you need a bit of structure here. You don't feel entirely safe about it. Yeah, you're a bit scared. You're scared that there's no security, or that your power, because you've been in solitude for so long, so it feels like you've moved into your power because you've helped with that, you've healed with that shadow self, and you see, right? But it feels like you are scared to give your power a little bit, okay? And then you have, sorry, now I'm just holding cards for the sake of holding cards. You have, with this, it's showing me that there is structure to be had here. A new opportunity that you will love is coming in. Okay, now this could be a person, but it also could be, I want you to understand, it could be a situation. But it's a situation that might bring structure and safety to you, right? Okay. But following that, I do have the love card with its, there's two people in this card. Okay, so it could be a situation, but it also could be a person. Okay, take that how it resonates for you. And it feels like it's going to come forward because you've done this healing. Okay. Okay. That time that you've taken to be in solitude, it's saying here that you need to move past, like, even though this card says retreat and it's time to cut off from the world, I feel like this is in your past position. So I feel like you're moving past this now. Okay? You're on the verge of, it says, meeting someone new, getting back out there, just with your plans, things like that. You're ready to go. You're in go mode now. Okay? And so your current message is, it is safe for you. It's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to find that new thing. It's safe. It's okay. Okay? And then you got the soulmate card with soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. So whatever you're moving towards, I feel like you're in this situation right now. There's something coming in for you that it's meant to be. It's safe. It was part of your soul agreement. Okay, whether it is a partnership in maybe career, or a partnership in just a relationship, either way, it's meant to be. Okay. You do have past life relationships. So again, this is falling with these other two cards. Okay, so you have known each other before, it says. So if this is a person, and there's two people in that card and two people in this card, so it's very possible for some of you. Okay, or if this is a career, it means that the two of you possibly were paired up in the past as partners. Okay, something like that. Okay. And then followed is, there's new beginnings after some endings, and there's growth here, there's change and transformation. Okay. So this feels like a very exciting thing. So now, what do you have to do in order to get there? All right. Preparing for this new to come in. What advice? Okay, distraction. Okay, so the message here is not to become distracted. And illuminated in this card. Let me look at that one. Illuminated in this card, if you can see, it's yellow. Now, yellow to me is part of your solar plexus chakra, which is your power center. It's where the power, your drive, your ambition, everything like that comes from. So whatever this is, Spirit is coming across saying, don't be distracted. Don't let anything distract you from this power that you have. Okay? And you have new beginnings and change, and then after healing. Yeah, so definitely. I feel like you're in a position right now where you have to hold your power. You can't become distracted. Accept that you've healed these things and continue to carry on with the healing of these things, okay? Yeah. Let's get a message from the universe. Actually, let's get what you might need to surrender. Is that what we should get? Yeah. Okay, what might you need to surrender first in order to move forward and to not become distracted? Let's see. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Okay, so, okay, getting back to the distracted card, something else that's popping into my head or that's standing out to me is there's this dog and he's distracted by the crow in the tree that's making a lot of noise. Okay, however, and so because he's distracted by this noisemaker, another crow is stealing his food. Okay, so don't be distracted by the things making noise around you, because whilst you're distracting yourself with that, somebody might come along and steal your food. So you need to surrender to the magic of who you are. Don't become distracted with stuff. Your food is your food, okay? We all have the magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. So again, remember that you are worthy. You are unique. That's okay. Don't be distracted by the noisemakers out there. Just keep being who you are, because you are moving towards something great, it feels like, for this pile. Okay? I like it. Okay, so let's get a message from the universe card. Okay? Okay, so this message here is love doesn't have to mean near. Some are better loved at a distance, for a while anyway, and That's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, again, with this naysayer card. So this distraction card, see, I said naysayer. It feels like there's gonna be naysayers around you. Do not be distracted by that, because there's also love coming at you from a distant source, right? The universe, it's a distant source. So remember, stay centered and keep your power, and remember you are loved. Okay? All right. So that is pile 2. Okay, let's move on to pile 3. All right. Pile 3. Okay, pile 2. I really like that reading. I hope you get everything that you are wanting, or that you are manifesting, that you are deserving, I should say. Not wanting, but deserving. Okay? Alright. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yay. Alright, so pile 3, let's clear the energies from pile 2 and move on to your reading. Alright, so pile 3. Thank you, spirit guides of pile 2. I call in now pile 3 spirit guides. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so pile 3. What do we have for pile 3? Okay. I have kind of a smug feeling for pile 3. Okay. Interesting. Oh, sorry, I gotta shuffle these ones. Yeah, I'm feeling very, like, smug for pile 3, like, yeah. Kind of like a, I'm not probably allowed to say this on YouTube, but, you know, like, like, sorry, it just, that's how it feels to me, like Mean Girls, that's kind of how it feels like kind of feels like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It does. It feels like, it totally feels like you're back in high school. That's what this feels like. It feels like catty. Okay. Okay, so there's truth upside down. Okay. Then you have followed it by that is patience. And then you have intuition. behind that. Okay. So currently, I feel like there's a truth in your recent past. Like it's a truth that wasn't it wasn't truth. It was a lie. Basically, it was a lie. Somebody lied about something in your recent past. Whether I don't feel like this is you. I feel like somebody else lied, but it affected you. Okay? Um Spirit is saying have patience here. There's new beginnings and structure for you. There's a seed that's gonna grow. Okay? And it's because of your intuition, your partnership with your intuition. Okay? So you have to remain focused there. Okay? Okay. I am feeling like there is. It feels like because you illuminated something or you were shining, you were, I want to say, the center of attention. Like that's where this feeling, like, I'll show you. You know, it was like people around you were like, like, you know, I sorry, I'm getting that because that's literally how I'm seeing it. I'm literally seeing faces like, I'll show you. Okay? Like, because you were in this space, you were shining. Okay? And the people around you, they weren't liking that. They were very not liking that, right? So there were new beginnings that were about to happen for you, but it feels like something happened where abruptly it all just ended. And I feel like it's because of these this snotty, it feels very vindictive, very vindictive, like they want to take your power, right? The heel is coming in reverse. I do feel in this case that you made a decision. You're breaking free and you're going for your new beginnings. You're kind of like I I just watched the movie Legally Blonde. It's cheesy, I know. But you know, they were like, but you know, and she was like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and she's all like, la la la. And this is kind of how this feels to me. Like you're just like, you know what? You finally something kind of clicked in your head, like, oh, these people aren't my friends, you know, I'm the only one who can do for me, kind of thing. So it feels like you've moved forward, you made a decision to heal, and you moved forward, stepped into your power, and the other people around you are like, you know, like, that's fine, that's their deal. Okay, so 7, you got the 7, and it feels like, and in this case, it feels like very spiritual. It feels like yeah, you made a decision to just follow your power, follow your intuition. And you're like, you know what? I can't control them. And I'm not going to let them take my power away anymore. And so you've really opened the door to just seeing your power in the first place. And you've also opened the door. If you can see in this picture, she's very centered, she's very balanced, she's very fair. Her perspective is in the middle. So it feels like, because these two heads here represent like the logical and the spiritual mind, is kind of how this feels like. And because she followed her intuition, or he, take this out, resonate, whatever you are, but it just means that whoever you are, you combine both sides. You were strong enough, you were fearless enough to combine both sides. So some people get on the spiritual path and they go one way. They're all like love and light and blah blah blah, and I'm so good and whatever. And then, but that actually, and then they look down on other people. But it doesn't feel like you're this way. It feels like you're kind of in the middle. You're like, okay, you do you, right? I'm just gonna stay here in the middle and do me, right? Okay. So that's how this feels, okay? Okay, and then moving on a little bit deeper. So you have in the past, it feels like you have the displacement card. Okay, so it feels like you felt as though your communications weren't being recognized. They weren't being absorbed. And this isn't I don't mean by you. I mean, like, you were absorbing the messages, you were absorbing the communication, but you were trying to communicate to others, and they were like, they're, again, that Legally Blonde or the Mean Girls or whatever, right? It was just like they were all jealous and egotistical, and maybe they had something to gain and they thought you could take that away, and they were intimidated and they saw you as a threat. That's basically. So the displacement meant you were kicked out in the cold, to kind of dig through the trash and whatever. You were left. You were treated like trash, is basically. Yeah, you were treated like trash. But you held strong. You had the gifts, and you could see. And you knew you were being pushed out into the cold, into the trash. You knew this. You knew. But you held strong. And you focused on your gifts, because you weren't going to let because you made that decision that you were going to use your intuition for good. You're going to see both sides. You're going to remain in the middle. You were going to remain fair. Okay? And you could pick out the shiny coins. You could find the treasure amongst the crap. Okay. However, you are moving towards something more, it feels like. Something more. You basically were light. You were illuminating warnings. You were illuminating things that needed to be brought to attention. But I feel like the naysayers were like, nah, she's just trash. Or he. And they're crazy, they're whatever. And so a part of you was like, you started to doubt yourself, I feel like, for here. But Spirit's warning you that you need to make a decision to trust you, follow your guidance, follow your intuition, and seek your truth. Okay? And seek your truth. And don't worry about those that left you in this space, because unfortunately, without your intuition, without your ability to seek the truth and do it fairly, unfortunately, the warning is that they are actually going to be the ones who are displaced. Is the message that's coming through here. Okay, so what do you need to surrender? I don't feel for this pile like there's really anything that you need to like do. I feel like you've already done everything you need to do. You need to just focus, stay focused on illuminating the truth. You need to stay focused on the messages that are coming through, that are being illuminated to you. If that means warning other people, then do so, right? But stay focused here, and don't worry about the moments they made that face, okay? Like the mean girls, okay? Don't worry about them. They don't matter. They actually don't matter. They have lessons that they need to learn, and they'll learn those lessons in time, right? Just have patience. Your seed is growing with the universe, okay? Truth will come out. Okay, your message though is surrender, denial. Okay, I feel like it feels like you are in denial about who you truly are. You deny this to yourself. You deny the fact that you have these gifts in the first place. And you do so because of the mean people, because of the mean girls, because of the right? They bring you down. They send you into this needing to rummage through the trash. Okay? But Spirit is saying, take that blindfold off. You have way more power than you realize. So you want to accept people and situations exactly as they are. Okay? Recognize those mean people. They're not trying to help you. They're trying to hurt you. Recognize that. And then, without denying the difficulties, right? Like, accept them as who they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So there's a message here that you have to surrender denial that these people were ever on your side. So like coming to my mind, I'll take the Legally Blonde, probably because everybody's seen it, right? There's the scene where in Legally Blonde where the mean girls invite her to a party and tell her that it's a costume party. So she comes dressed up as a bunny, a slutty bunny, and right? And so basically they were trapping her into a situation to make her look bad. That's what it feels like here. It's like these people were trying to trap you into a situation to make you look like trash. Okay? But because you're always fair and you want to see the good in both sides, maybe it led you to a situation that was less than, I'm not sure, but or it will, right? So make sure that you keep following your intuition and seeing both sides. See the good with the bad. Okay? See the logic with the illusion, logic with the spiritual. Just be fair and balanced in the middle so that you can assess the truth for what it is. Okay? And your message from the universe. Okay, what is it? Yep, dwell on what you love. So I am feeling like you're very intuitive. Focus there. Focus on your self-love. Focus on that and more will begin to grow, okay? Ask someone to change is like pruning a tree, because I do feel like in the situation you were at, you were trying to change certain things, but I do feel like it almost was a lost cause. Like you had a lot of patience, you thought things would grow into something and they grew into nothing, okay? Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is you can't quite know in what new directions they will grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you, the universe. So, yeah, like, I feel like whatever this is that you're moving past where they left you out in the cold, you're going to come out on top and they're going to be left with this displacement. So you just keep growing. All right. That is all I have for you today. I hope you stay happy, healthy, and safe. Until next time, bye.